Every culture in the world, wherever you will go, you will find they have this unwritten rule or set of guidelines that that helps their people follow a certain moral values, and it shapes the way they live their life, the way they treat other human beings, and the way they view the world. And today we'll be talking about Inayan in the Igorot culture.
Welcome to another episode of Maestro Speaks podcast.
The equivalent of love is forgiveness.
Mhm.
You cannot love without forgiveness.
Yeah.
Lumabalin ka iti yung generation anda kumamot nga mapasaran.
Ganda nga morning mo ako El Maestro.
Tanya deh kung nanay tayo mesa.
Iapil mo.
Buhayin.
Apil ko man ka ito ko. Pipi ako man pilit gansi. Tutok na.
Di pa nag-approach mo rin?
Amo pa.
Approach.
Beta. Nang nangag ko nga ibagbagan pa lang nilulak iti.
You better know the substance of the law.
Bayaw mo nang ibagas ni Manong.
And who cares if people have dark skin, right?
Kaanakan iti with expiration.
You find any inspiration in this we have done, and you have done your noble part.
El Maestro Speaks podcast.
Episode of El Maestro Speaks podcast. This is brought to you by MONAPHLORE's Egg Poultry located at Mankayan, Benguet. Of course, we also have Cyspace Tech. Cyspace Tech, they format computers. They specialize in software um, maintenance of your computer. Um, if they can also most probably I think one of the best service that they offer is virus removal and then formatting of your computer, changing the operating system of your computer. Of course, we also have now going forward, if you go up from mankind, you go up to a button, we have there Millennial Tech. Millennial Tech is a gadget repair shop where you can bring some of your phones, if you got phones that were destroyed, laptops, or any other appliances they can repair it at Millennial Tech. You can also check their Facebook page. And then, if you are in La Trinidad, don't worry, we also have a repair shop there for our gadgets at CarlTech Repair Shop. They are located at the um, Old Public Market at La Trinidad Benguet. They also have a new center at the Balwag Center, new Balwag Center at KM6. That was, I think, the old Shell gasoline station back then when I was in La Trinidad. And of course, at La Trinidad, for those who are car enthusiasts and likes modifying their car, you can visit Dems Auto Performance at Alapang La Trinidad Benguet. Dems Auto Performance has a Facebook page. You can also check them out. If you need regular maintenance for your car, we also have Dems Auto Performance. All right, so here we are. We've always heard that word. Ah, yeah. Let me fix the way I'm sitting right here. Okay. So we always, sorry, having trouble with drinking too much coffee. Okay. For those who are not Igorot, I think or I hope if you have, and I would know that if you have friends who are Igorots, you would have heard the word Inayan, right? It's kind of like an expression nowadays. So you will always hear people like say Inayan, ay Inayan na, like that. So it can be translated in English as how's that? Oh, Jesus, something like that. Oh, geez, or it's just like an expression of exasperation thing. Some goes to that, and in Tagalog, it can also be translated as "Ano ba yan?" Parang ganun, right? And in Ilocano, "Anyamot din," something like that, right? It's like a commonly used word nowadays. I don't know in the olden days if it is also used as an expression like ay inayan na, things like that. Yeah. Um, it became popular when Nestor the Guinness, and I'm hoping to be having a podcast with him soon if we can arrange time to talk with him. Nestor the Guinness, or popularly known as Boyong, created an animated movie called Lampitok, and in that movie he used "ay inayan ito" as an expression of the main character of that movie. Yeah. Um, I don't know if that movie is available in YouTube now. Um, Before, they used to sell it through DVD, but nowadays, sale on DVD is not really selling or buying DVD is not really a thing now. Uh, for sure, it's not on Netflix. Yeah, I could have wished it is in Netflix. Um, but I guess hopefully it is in YouTube. You can watch it, Lampitok. This is um, yeah. They did not ask me to advertise them, but you know, to appreciate our culture more, I would like you to watch that one. It's an entertainment for people who can understand our language. Yeah, and I was just saying that it is that movie that made that word inayan more popular to the generations of Igorots now. So you would always hear it, and I mean, you can now hear it everywhere as an expression of disappointment, exasperation, things like that. Ay inayan, something like that. Just became an expression. But if we are going to dig deeper, you know, dig deeper to the meaning of Inayan, it is like a system of what do you call this one? A value system. It could be like that. It can do. Yeah, it can be considered as a value system, or it can be considered as a guideline to set this straight. It is a rule to guide you to do what is right. Looking at it. Okay. So when long time ago, when they say Inayan, now before I would share this, I would like to inform everyone that I am not a historian. I am what they call a talker. That's why I'm a podcaster. But I would like to share this to the. I would like to share what I know about this, and hopefully some people can, share more about this topic that I'm talking about right now. Again, I am not claiming that I am a historian, and then the research that I made here is a research that is enough for a talker, not for a historian. Okay, again, the research I made here for this topic here about Inayan is a research done for a talker, not for a historian. Anyway, so the word Inayan, okay, according to the Cordilleran, who wrote this one, to the Cordillera Sun. You can search it in the internet and you can find it. It was published on December 12th, 2019. Let me see that one. So it's here. Okay. The second definition of the word Inayan is its role as a value system with the growth families and communities. Okay. It is, anyway, there is, what is it? I feel hesitant to use the term value system here, but it's what I can come up with for now. Anyway, in a value system, there should be a way for people to separate the good deeds from the bad deeds. Within the Igorot communities, this is where the Inayan concept enters the picture. Inayan is basically a blanket term to refer to all deeds that are considered bad, evil, taboo, or unethical. So, like what I'm saying a while ago, it is like as it is the unwritten rule of morality. Okay, it helps the people in the olden days, maybe until now. Until now, that's why we have the concept of Inayan is being discussed, um, especially in the recently. Who was this? Where did I find this? With the case of a certain General Bantag, wherein it was like they said, we Igorots have the concept of Inayan, and we don't do bad things, something like that. Anyway, moving back. So, Inayan as a concept says that we should not do bad things. I mean, we should not do a certain thing because we might be getting something, or we might be punished if we do such, something like that. If you do a bad thing, you will be punished. Inayan, right? Okay, so as you can see, it is comparable with the golden rule of do not do unto others what you want others, what you do not want that others will do to you. It is the same as that. Okay. Anyway, it was just translated into local dialect of Inayan. I don't understand what karma is, but I think, yeah, it would be like that also. Yeah, but um, that if you do good things, you have that good karma, something like that. And Inayan is like that. A, it is like the ultimate order of kabunyan to not do bad things to to other human being because you might be punished for it. Not now, but in the future, something like that. Always, there is always the punishment will always be there, right? If you do something that is not good. Okay. So like I said a while ago, I don't know if I said this, that every culture in the world has the unwritten rule or set of guidelines that will guide people to follow a certain standard of morals or values. And that, I think, in Ayan, in the Igorot culture, is what the Igorots have. Um, the Inayan is a rule that is not only set for uh, it's not a it's a guidelines that is made to when we deal with anything, not just for humans, but when we deal with animals, we have to always do the standard or the proper ways of dealing with them because inayan, okay, there'd be a punishment if we do abuse them, something like that. Okay, it's an irony because in the olden days we eat dogs. Anyway, um, in other applications of inayan is that um, this one, the love of nature. Igorets, of course, has the respect for nature. So usually all people will say, do not burn the mountains, or in Kankanai, adiyo pupuan ng duntog, tan inayan. It is in Kankanai language. Don't burn the mountains because it's inayan. Okay? Something bad or a punishment will come upon you if you do such thing. If you burn the mountains, you have to respect nature. Same as I heard this before also. Um, children long ago will defecate in the river, like that. I heard, I heard an old man say that. Do not defecate. I mean, do not defecate on the river because it's inayan, and at the same time, uh, you cannot. In my language, it will say, "Adi kayon makaiso sin yat di danom." You cannot do what the water can do, something like that. So all people a long time ago, the Igorots, have a great respect to nature, anchored to this system of inayan. So that's basically the um, system, or that's basically the rules or the set of guidelines for inayan. What else can I explain that? Now, I would like to say that inayan, I've been having hard time researching this one. Inayan is a Kankanai word. Now, in an Igorot in Igorot country, I always say Igorot country, right? Let's say in the Igorot group, the Igorot word came from the word Igulot. Gulod means mountain. Means living or dwellers. So Igorot. Igorots are the people of the Cordillera Mountains. Now, there are a lot of tribes living there. And of course, if there are a lot of tribes living there, there are a lot of language. Okay, different language in that area, the Igorot country. Let's just say Igorot country. I love using that one. Now, there are different terms for Inayan. Kankanai. Inayan is for Kankanai, but I do not know the other words for the other language, but I am sure that they also have this concept. Um, I'm afraid to say the different words that I saw because I have no confirmation whatsoever that that is correct because I read one article that said that Inayan is the same as Lawa. In Kankanai is Lawa, but it is not. Lawa is, excuse me, Lawa means no. It's not good. And it's totally different from Inayan. I don't know if that article is also well researched. I think it was also research for blogs only. For not it's for the sake of writing it and sharing it also. And for me, I also did my research for the sake that I can say and I can share it through this podcast. Anyway, again, I'm not claiming that I'm an expert in this one. I'm just sharing it. The beauty of the culture of Igorots. And anyway, I will not be, and because of that, because I'm not sure that the other language that I have here on my notes are correct translation of the word Inayan. And then so that's the reason why I will not be sharing it with you. But what I would like to share is that the concept of Inayan is true in all the tribes at the Cordillera country or the Igorot country. All right. So um the 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 concept or the Inayan concept is like the guiding principle so the people can have what we're calling now this self-discipline, right? Because it is an order from Kabunyan, and then that's why the Igorots will behave even if there are no behave properly or behave according to the standard, even if there are no elders around, even if their children will behave accordingly, or I mean, people will behave accordingly, even if nobody is, I mean, guarding them. That's that's the that is the positive effect or the advantage or the pros of this Inayan culture. Does it have a disadvantage? I would say maybe, because yeah, sometimes we use Inayan to dissuade other people, like do not go there. I mean, do not go there if you are if you some if someone is offered a job, and then um, you would see it as going out of your comfort zone. Some people would say it's very difficult. It's a little bit um, difficult to go there or to venture out because of the word inayan. What if it turns out now to be negative? Okay, it will give you the doubt, and that roots from that inayan word, you know. But then, as a set of guidelines for our values, it is very good. Okay? It fosters our discipline, our respect to human life, to nature, and also to the culture of others. Yeah, we we always say, we have to respect other culture, and because inayan, right? And those are the advantage. I mean, those are the amazing things that is brought to us by this Inayan culture. Anyway, that's it. And I would not be talking more about this. I would just be sharing to you what I have found and what I have researched as a talker. And I would not be adding more because Inayan. That's it. This is Elmeister saying, have a good one, everyone. And I'll be seeing you in the next episode.